Hey guys, Jacob here. This is another 1.8.3 build video for The Division. This is going to be covering the AlphaMad hybrid that I decided to make a few days ago, I guess. It was going to originally be something a little bit different than this, so I decided to use AlphaBridge instead with the Nomad. First, I'll go over the sets I'm using. I'm using the 3-piece Alpha, which is going to be the 4-piece because of Ninja Bag, and the 2-piece Nomad, which is going to be the 3-piece because of Ninja Bag. First, I'll get into the AlphaBridge and what the set bonuses are, if you do not know what they are, and if you're new to the game. 100% health regen is set bonus 2, set bonus 3 is 5% weapon damage, and set bonus 4 is if your primary and secondary weapon is of the same category. They share the free talent. All talent requirements are ignored for all weapon talents. So with this build, you're going to have to run 2 of the same weapons to unlock the talent that's free. Let me just tell you guys that now. I know a lot of people think that you can use, some people use, for some reason, don't know why, use AlphaBridge with an AR and an SMG. I've seen it before, so in my personal preference, do not do that because you're pretty much just wasting the main set bonus of your set. Now I'll get into the Nomad and why I'm using them. Set bonus 2 is 15% health on kill. Set bonus 3 grants a constant small amount of healing, allowing the user to regenerate all segments of their health during combat. So when you're during combat or when you're fighting someone, you're constantly going to get a small segment of health while you're running around in a DZ, skirmish, or last stand. If you guys do not know what the Ninja Bag does, I'll go over that as well. It's basically, in English, it gives you, it fulfills the requirements to unlock a gear set bonus. So like the Nomad, you're running only 2 pieces, but you're going to get the 3-piece since it basically ups at 1, so it's like a +1 per gear set. So if you were to flip, like say, throw a Nomad piece right here, and instead of the AlphaBridge, you'd be getting the set bonus 4. Same goes for Alpha, but you cannot do that with Alpha because it is set bonus 5 and set bonus 6, which is classified, and you cannot put classified set bonuses with a Ninja Bag. Let me just tell you guys now, because some people think you can. I don't know why, but if you throw those on there, you will see that you're not going to unlock them, but some people try to do it anyway. Now I'll get into the weapons I'm using. I'm using a 23.4 base damage house with 7,719 firearms. That's why it's that high. Deadly, responsive, card counter, and predatory. Deadly for the crit damage, so it's increased by 15%. Responsive for the 10% extra damage when you're closer to 10 meters to the target. Card counter, which comes on all houses. One half of the magazine does 20% increased damage. The half which deals increased damage flips after 15 seconds or when the magazine is empty. Predatory, killing a target generates 35% health over 20 seconds. If you pay attention to the Nomad and Predatory, you will see where I'm going with this build, since those two are kind of be combined together. So that way, when you fight someone to kill someone, you're going to be getting the heal from Predatory and also getting the heal from Nomad. Now I'll get into the attachments on the house. I'm using a pro.sight with crit chance, stability, and crit damage. I know you guys are probably like, why no headshot damage? Well, close quarters, I usually don't aim for headshots. I usually aim for the body, so that's why I decided to go with a stability pro.sight so I can hit my shots a little bit easier. An extended mag with crit chance, rate of fire, and magazine size. A small grip with stability, crit damage, and optimal range. And a loud vent break with crit hit damage, headshot damage, and crit hit chance. Now the secondary I'm using is the MP5, which is hurry, destructive, and predatory. I just picked this up from the crafting station. I rolled it, and I just rolled predatory on there, and boom, you have it. This isn't a bad gun for PvE. If you have to fight NPCs during combat, you can actually flip to this and use predatory and destructive. And it'd be better if you had responsive on there or deadly, but this is just how the gun was rolled. The attachments on this weapon, which are not really important, but I'll go over them. A C79 scope with crit damage, crit chance, optimal range. An extended mag with crit chance, rate of fire, magazine size. A small grip with crit damage, reload speed, and optimal range. And a loud vent break with crit damage, crit chance, and headshot damage. This weapon is only used to fight NPCs if necessary, and also to swap to it if players are almost dead and I run out of ammo in the house, and I can just burn them down with this weapon. Now, the next thing on the list is the cool-headed pistol. A lot of people ask me why a blue pistol. That's for cool-headed and determined, since the requirements are lower. As you can see from the talents, if you go to like the sawed-off shotgun, you'll see they're in the 3,000, 2,000s, even 4,000 for predatory. But on the tactical 1911, it's blue. They're only 1,000, and you can get cool-headed and determined together since they're so low, and have this to get your ults back insanely fast. Now I'll go over the mods on the AlphaBridge chest and the rolls. Major attributes are 16,000 health, 5% health on kill, and 56% ammo capacity and firearms. You want to get ammo capacity since you're going to be using 2 of the same weapons, because most people are like, oh, I could switch to my other gun, I'll have ammo on that. Well, it uses up both the ammunition from the gun. So once you run out in one gun, you're out in your other, unless you have an extra mag in it and you haven't reloaded it. So you might actually have like, you know, one extra mag in your gun, but that's all you're really gonna have. So it's very important to have ammo capacity on the vest or the backpack if you can get it. Now the mods in this are 2 standard crit chance mods. If you want more health, I recommend using the health mods, but I usually run this build with a healer or someone who has a pretty decent heal to keep me alive, so that's why I run crit chance mods instead. The mask is rolled for firearms, health on kill, damage to elites, and a stamina crit chance mod. The knee pads are rolled for firearms, crit hit damage, damage to elites, destroy resistance, and shock. If you can get burn, bleed, and shock, then you're good, but if you can't, then, you know, I guess it's kind of how it is. The mods on this are a stamina crit chance mod with a pulse crit damage mod. Now the ninja bag is rolled for stamina, crit damage, ammo capacity, a stamina crit chance mod with 2 pulse crit damage mods. The gloves roll for crit damage, crit chance, SMG damage, and firearms. The holster is rolled for crit chance and all stats with a pulse crit hit damage mod. Now I'll get into the abilities. I'm using a pulse for the 15% extra crit hit damage for my SMG, and you also get 7% crit chance for the crit chance on your SMG as well. The booster shot for extra damage. If you're dealing with pred a lot, I'd recommend flipping the pulse for an immune station, or have someone else that has higher skill power on your group use the pulse instead. And that's really about it for that. The talents I'm using on this build are Adrenaline. Medkit's now given 7 seconds immunity from stats effects, so that's with people with pred hitting you. You can hit this and it gives you 7 seconds immunity. Critical save, use a medkit during low health to increase damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds. Combat medic, which I think is pretty damn useful, one of the best talents in the game. Use a medkit in your allies to heal group members with approximately 20 meters by 40%. So when someone's right next to you, if you use a normal medkit and they're low on health, this will heal them. Strike back, reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns by 20%. So when you're almost dead, you can hit your booster and drop your box, and by 20% this will be reduced, and you get them back a little bit quicker. Now the final thing on the list is the character sheet. The house is hitting at 47% crit chance, 132 damage, and 55% headshot damage. Stability is 5%. I'll get into the health on kill, which is also really important since you're going to be using predatory and health on kill. That's why those rolls are on there for health on kill. You could actually get 30 if you want to roll 5% on your gloves, but I decided not to have a little bit more crit chance since you're going to have predatory in this. So when you smack someone, you're going to get 25% of your health back, plus a little bit of healing from Nomad and predatory. So it's going to be pretty decent when you're fighting in the DZ or players in skirmish and last stand. Now, the survivability on this build is 285,000, which is really low, and 427,000 toughness. This build is mostly used for a group, so I recommend using it in a group and not running around solo. If you're going around using solo, I recommend having a little bit more health with this build. Now, I'll go into the secondary I'm using, which is the Navy MP5, if it will let me. Sometimes it likes to be challenging. Here we go. 46% crit chance, 115 damage, and 56% headshot damage. That's going to really be about it for the build, guys. Thank you guys all for watching. As always, I will catch you guys in the next one.